so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Kela Trishaan and I make videos on lifestyle, womanhood, and mental health. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back and thank you for your support. Okay, so today's video is going to be about mental health. This past Saturday, we had what's called World Mental Health Day. So just basically brings awareness to mental health, and it is a day to kind of help us erase the stigma. If you follow me on Instagram, if not, it is at Kela_Trishaan. I did post a swipe through with just some basic ways to honor your mental health in honor of that day. So if you have not checked it out, go on ahead and check it out, but I will be summarizing all of those tips here. So if you're interested, go on ahead and stay tuned. Okay, so the first and probably the easiest way to honor your mental health is to make sure that you are resting when you are tired. I think we live in a world where just working all the time and not getting the proper rest is glorified. It's like this all grind, no play mentality. And if we're gonna be honest, if you don't rest, if you don't give your body that time to recharge, not only can you cause potential health problems, but you're not gonna be at your best. And it's no way to be productive if you are running on fumes. So what I like to do is I definitely like to get my work done. I like to create a schedule where I'm being the most productive, but also in that schedule, I like to make sure that I'm getting the proper rest. Obviously, you want to get at least 8 hours of sleep a night or whatever works for you. That's just kind of the guideline, that 8 hours. If you're good with 6 or 7, make sure that you're getting that. If at all possible, I know that some people enjoy taking naps throughout the day. If you are living in an environment where you can do that, that might be a good way. But there's also days where you might just not want to do anything. Like maybe you just need a day off completely to just unplug, not do anything, just enjoy life. And if that's something that would make you feel good, then consider doing that. But this idea of just working until you die is not healthy. So if you need rest, take that rest. Okay, so the second tip that I have is to make sure that you're prioritizing your happiness. Like if you're in a situation with a person or with a job or anything, if you're not happy and it's in your control, make sure that you change that situation so that you can be happy. Now, like we're all gonna have bad days, we're all gonna have times where things just aren't going our way, but what I'm talking about is like chronic depression or just dealing with something that just doesn't make you feel your best. We kind of have this idea that being loyal is like the thing to be, and loyalty is great when it's used in the right context. And I think that just sticking with something that is not making you happy, sticking with something that makes you feel terrible is detrimental. So personal example, I actually just left a job that I hated with all of my being. I have never hated a job as much as I hated this last position. And it got to a point where it was like I got complacent, but I still hated my life every day. Like I was only happy when I clocked out and on the weekends. And then on Sunday, I would be depressed because it's like, okay, I have to deal with this crap again. So what did I do? I buckled down and I changed the environment because it was within my control. It took some time, but I was able to get out and now I feel much better. So again, if you are in a situation that you're not happy and it's something that you can control, change it. Okay, so my third tip for honoring your mental health in a basic way is to find hobbies that you like and actually make time to enjoy them. This is important. I'm not talking about super expensive hobbies if you don't have the funds for those type of things. If you do, by all means, but there are a lot of things that you can do in the comfort of your own home. It may be a self-care day, like maybe you like to pamper yourself, maybe that's a hobby. Maybe you like to cook, maybe you like to dance, whatever it is, find time to do that. I know for me, like if it is a Sunday and I'm meal prepping or, just cleaning the house, I like to put on music and just zone out. For me, that's kind of a hobby. It's basic, but it's like something where I don't have to go anywhere. I can just throw my music on the TV, zone out, get my work done, and call it a day. And I also do like self-care. I'd like to use Sundays for that day. Like that's when I'm gonna do my extreme exfoliation. That's when I do certain skincare. I may do my hair, whatever it is. I like to use Sunday as that day. Now, obviously, I do like to take trips here and there, but with what's going on in the world, that's been kind of tough. So you gotta find things that make you happy, considering the situation. So yeah, find things that you like to do and make sure that you do it often. I feel like even if you are in a position, like I said before, like if you have a job that you hate, if you know that you can look forward to a certain hobby, maybe after work or on the weekends, it kind of makes things a lot easier to deal with, at least until you can change your situation. Okay, so the fourth tip that I have is to talk to and make sure that you are spending time with people that make you feel good as often as you can. So obviously right now we are still in kind of a quarantine, or at least we should be. So it might be difficult to meet with people in person unless you're getting creative about it. But there's nothing like a good Zoom call with, you know, your best friend if you haven't talked to them in a while. Or I know for me, I've got my best friend. I also have a lot of siblings that I talk to on a regular just to catch up and shoot the ish. So when you make time for those people, I feel like that can kind of boost your mental health as well. It's a basic way to just kind of get your endorphins going and just, you know, jumpstart like a great day. I like to talk to my family when I'm doing like mundane tasks. It kind of helps the time go by, and I'm making sure I stay in touch with them and just finding out what's going on in their world. They can find out what's going on in my world, and it's a great mood booster. So if you don't have a bunch of siblings or whatever, I do suggest cultivating friendships where you can just be like as calm as possible, have a non-judgmental conversation, and just people that uplift you and make you feel good. So talk to your folks often. Okay, so the last tip that I have, and I think this is probably the biggest one, is to feel free to talk to a therapist if you have some other things that are going on, or maybe like all the tips that I mentioned aren't things that would help you. If you feel like you legitimately have some things that you need to work through and you need to talk to somebody that is not connected to you, feel free to talk to a therapist. I think that even though we're talking about it more, there's still kind of a stigma around mental health, and people feel like if they do talk to a therapist, there's something wrong with them. But I mean, it's similar to going to a doctor if you don't feel well, or, you know, if you're having chest pains. Like, you would want to go speak to somebody that can help you with your mind, you know, help you just get into a better headspace. I think I talked about it on this channel before, but I had like a mini bout of postpartum depression. And for me, I would talk to my family, I would talk to my friends, obviously I would talk to my husband, but I think that when I finally just bit the bullet and talked to a therapist, it really just helped me see things in like a different light. I got the perspective of somebody that's not connected to me that could give me some, like, I guess, clinical advice. So it just really helped me. And I stuck with that for several months. And I mean, I'm not really talking to a therapist right now, but the door is open. It's pretty much like, if you ever feel like you're dealing with something that you're having a hard time with, feel free to reach out. We can make an appointment. So it's kind of that situation. So I think that, again, we just need to erase that stigma, and we need to make speaking to therapists as normal as going to get our yearly physical. All right, guys, so that is all that I have for you today. Again, these are 5 basic ways to honor your mental health, and although they are super basic, I feel like they are very effective. So if you like this video and videos like this, go on ahead and give me a thumbs up. I do plan on doing more videos just based around protecting your mental health, based on stress relief, self-care, things like that. If you have not already subscribed and you made it this far, go on ahead and click that subscribe button below, and be sure to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. With that being said, you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you next time.
In the past, could that really trash? All the I hit before, nowadays I would've passed. Had a Regal, then I crashed. Then I read up my bag, now I